Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Raptors video. I want to talk a lot about Scottie Barnes. The Toronto Raptors, unfortunately, 5-game winning streak was just ended a couple of minutes ago to the Los Angeles Lakers, who were on a pretty hefty road losing streak. It's honestly so crazy that of all people, of course it's Russell Westbrook, who with 10 seconds left puts up one of the worst three-point shots I've ever seen, probably in my entire life when watching the NBA. No disrespect to Russ, I love Russ, but of course, after shooting just a disgusting brick, like a complete and utter brick, Raptors turn the ball over next possession once the Lakers foul them, and of course Russell Westbrook makes the three-pointer, and from there on out the Lakers pretty much clutched up. So that's something I talked about in my Raptors video earlier today. The Lakers play up to their competition just as often as they play down to their competition. So the Raptors had to be ready to go tonight, and unfortunately just couldn't get the job done. A little too sloppy there at the end of the basketball game, and it came back to bite them. But Scottie Barnes, dude, so first off, Raptor Nation, you guys are awesome. You guys have been showing love so much in the comment section. If you guys enjoy this video, hit the like button. If you haven't already, drop the sub. We are 30 subs away from 10.1K, so appreciate all you guys. Let's try and hit 123 likes on today's video for how many points they scored tonight. But Scottie Barnes, dude, Raptor fans understand this because it seems honestly, the Raptors, as far as NBA media goes, they've just always kind of been disrespected. And yeah, it's BS, it's disrespectful, but really what I noticed with Scottie Barnes is so many people don't even really realize how talented and how much potential this guy has. Anybody who is watching basketball on a consistent basis and you tell them the name Scottie Barnes, they almost get a light in the back of their head. They're like, Scottie Barnes, that dude can hoop. That dude is nice. Tonight you saw him drop 31 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Shot 14 to 21. He had some nice defensive moments towards the end of the game, especially. He had some great offensive moments at the end of the game, especially with a player like OG Anunoby being out. Guys like Scottie in particular really needs to pick up the slack, which he's done all season. But when you're missing a 17.5 point per game score with, getting you 5 rebounds, giving you 3 assists, somebody's got to step up. And Scottie Barnes has done a phenomenal job, but still all you hear is no disrespect or shade thrown at Evan Mobley or Cade Cunningham, because they're phenomenal basketball players and they're going to have a really successful NBA career in my opinion. But Scottie Barnes, dude, nobody gives this guy love. And maybe, just maybe tonight, he'll finally start getting a little bit more love just because they played, the Lakers. And even though the Lakers, with this win tonight, they get to 30 and 40, I mean, what sucks is I guess clicks get you paid, but with the Lakers especially, I mean, sometimes it just gets taken a little bit too far. There's just such a bright light shined on any Los Angeles team, any big market team in general. But hopefully tonight's game maybe gave Scottie Barnes a little bit more rise in the rookie ladder. Cade's missed the last 2 games. Scottie Barnes has been absolutely, let's just pull up Scottie Barnes in the last 10 games, because ever since the All-Star break, this guy's been on a mission. Last 10 games, Scottie Barnes, 19 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals, shooting, dude, this is crazy, shooting 54% from the field, and he's shooting 35% from downtown. I mean, that is absolutely unbelievable. So give this man the respect he deserves. Unfortunately, whether or not he's deserving of it, I just don't think he'll catch up Evan Mobley. Same thing goes with Cade Cunningham. Both Cade and Scottie, they're both so talented. You can make an argument for both of those 2 players so easily, but it just seems almost as if the narrative, the NBA narrative, the NBA media world just kind of is running with Evan Mobley being Rookie of the Year. It just kind of seems like that's the way it's going to go down. But outside of that, it sucked, dude. Lakers, I mean, what really sucks is the Lakers, when you think about the Raptors, you think of a really consistent, solid defense. Lakers really clutched up tonight, dude. They really clutched up, and they really made a lot of important shots when they needed to the most. Avery Bradley, Austin Reeves. But from the Raptors standpoint, I mean, you could kind of argue the same thing. I think tonight, really, they just needed a little bit more help. Siakam was doing so many great things to LeBron James on defense. Scottie was as well all night whenever he'd get switched on him. But, I mean, Scottie Barnes, like, he was Raptors player of the game. Siakam didn't have too great of a statistical line, but it's not like he did bad or had an inefficient night whatsoever. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. I really like Gary Trent and Freddie. Gary Trent made some clutch points there late in the game and in overtime. Finished with 23 points, 8 of 17, 4 of 8 from downtown. 2 steals and a block. I don't know if Gary is still sick, but the other night, like 2 nights ago, apparently he was sick, had a pretty bad game, but apparently he was dealing with some what was it, like stomach flu? I can't remember exactly what it was. But Gary Trent was a little unhealthy, feeling a little under the weather, feeling pretty under the weather. So nice to see him get back going, shooting nice. Freddie still can't really connect from downtown. We're still kind of waiting. Me personally, I'm still kind of waiting on that game where Freddie just, coming back from injury. I'm still kind of waiting for that game where Freddie just makes a defense pay. Like, literally just goes like something to like, 8 of 11 from downtown. Like, I'm talking something ridiculous. Like 6 of 9, drops 28 points, 10 assists, and gets the Raptors a victory. I'm still kind of waiting on that from Freddie. Outside of that, I mean, Ken Birch, Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus helps the team. Does kind of suck. The Raptors gave up a first-round draft pick for him, but it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day, and hopefully it ends up working out for him. Precious Achiuwa saw some great run, 36 minutes. Precious been playing great. I talked a lot about Precious in my video earlier today. I was talking about how, especially with OG being out, guys on the bench need to step up. Precious Achiuwa has been rising to the occasion as of late. You'll see it in the playing time, closing games, starting games, whatever it is. Didn't start tonight's game, but Precious Achiuwa is 100,000% trending in the right direction. 100,000% trending in the right direction. Tonight, 18 points, 5 rebounds. My favorite part about Precious, he went 3-8 from downtown, which is super efficient. Totally, totally good, especially for Precious. Just like the confidence he has when taking threes, it's something like I just honestly was never thinking. Like, when we first saw this guy play for the Raptors Summer League team this summer, saw him play a little bit in the preseason, and he was taking more threes, he was taking more middies, he was taking more jump shots. Like, it was almost like, all right, this is a nice little taste. But Precious Achiuwa, you can tell throughout the whole season, he's been getting a lot more confident. He's been making a lot more threes as well. So this is a guy who 2 years ago, you're thinking three-point potential, probably not really at all. All of a sudden comes to Toronto and looks like you have a nice little stretch big on his way up. So that's it for today. Drop some comments down below on tonight's loss. Really does suck, but I guess the winning, all good things got to come to an end. Right back at it on Sunday. Hopefully they can get a good win there because I guess, clock's not necessarily ticking because they'll make the playoffs. They'll make the play-in tournament. But got to get OG back. Got to get healthy. And got to start stringing together some great wins because they're playing like Chicago on Monday. They're playing Cleveland. They're playing Boston. They got a lot of big games. So hit the like button for pretty much daily Raptors content and NBA content. And I'll see you guys later.